I have notes.
Yay!
So so it doesn't go on too long.
I warned you.
So my goal, this is a toast to welcome Sandra to our half. In fact, welcome her entire family to our half of the family, although they've already been there for 6 years. So this is a long process, 6 years. In fact, but it's typical for Peter. So this is something else that you may not know about him. His search for the perfect person was at one point, it was unclear if it should be a man or a woman, but the perfect person to marry dates back many years. The best we can tell, the first attempt was at about the age of 4, when Peter brought home a friend from nursery school. I still remember her name, Sarah Francis, and he declared his undying love for her and wanted to marry her, which was fine. She was from a good family. She was about a foot taller than Peter was. But okay, but I think Peter realized it was maybe not quite the right time, and he shouldn't go for the first one. So then it started off a long line of other attempts, just all by assaying, trying to find out which was going to be the right mate. And all through junior high school and high school, there were many attempts. Perhaps I can sum that up best by saying one evening I remember going to a local restaurant when we still lived in Guilford, Connecticut, which is a small town outside of New Haven. Margie and I and Kate and Peter, I can't remember if Sasha went or not, but all of the waitresses in this restaurant were ex-girlfriends of Peter. We never spent a larger tip for worse service in my life. Then came the college years. Those of you who know, Peter was not on the 4-year plan at college. He was on the 8-year plan at Oberlin, which is a good place to stay. But the only way I could understand this was while he was still, checking out what was maybe coming through, and wanted to sample 2 completely different generational groups. But apparently to no end. Then he graduated and began working for Michael. As Michael has already indicated.
No, first he was my intern.
He was your intern first?
Yeah.
But you didn't provide a good contact. So it fell to Michael to provide the right contacts, and Peter, given the breadth and depth of his training over these years, knew exactly what to do, and found Sandra. Now, that was just the beginning, because you would think when you find the right person, that would be the end of it, but no, that began a 6-year period of analysis. Now, as some of you may know, I'm a scientist, and although Peter isn't himself particularly interested in science, I think he at least embodied the process of science. We have to go through systematically and check off various things that may be important. Is the person intelligent? Are they funny? Are they compatible? And all of these things were checked off and tested and repeated over a course of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. The problem with this process, of course, is that it also goes the other way. So it gave Sandra the chance to ask all of the very same questions about Peter, and it all worked out. So even after this great long period of mutual analysis, they found that this was actually the right thing to do, and it really is quite extraordinary. Everything was right, but lest you come away thinking that I have any misguided feeling that indeed this was just all an analytical process. This is completely untrue, because in the end, it was all emotion, it was all gut, it was all just deep-seated, honest feelings. These are 2 people who, the number of times that Margie and I just marvel at watching them, how they can talk and laugh and keep each other entertained for just hours and hours and hours. It's just I've never seen anything like it. It's like a real-life Seinfeld show. but one that actually means something, because this is real. This is a real gift of attachment and communication between two people. These are two people who also generally, if there was ever a way to identify and know how two people love each other, you just watch Peter and Sandra. It's not obvious. You have to look, but you see that the way these two young people interact with each other, it's an inspiration, I think, to all the rest of us. And then the third thing, I think, that cemented the first two together, something that's really also equivalently important for the rest of us, and something that is equivalently inspiring, which is that these are two people who understand, indeed are committed deeply to the idea that they want desperately to leave the world a better place than that which they found it. And it's with that that I would like to toast their now formalized union, yea unto eternity.
Hear, hear.
Who's next? Want to do it again? We were very good.